Okay. You don't want to know. Welcome to Earth 2 Comic Cast where
Or
superheroes
do you?
exist. No. Welcome to Earth 2 Comic Cast.
I'm just saying, if the publishers are watching.
Welcome to Earth 2 Comic Cast where superheroes exist and comic book talk is the norm. It's Mo Crosby.
I'm gonna call them.
I'm back with Bree and Your Vote Counts. And we're here to talk Kipo. The Age of the Wonderbeast, Season 3, Episodes 5 and 6. Yes, Episodes 5 and 6. Honestly, I would like you guys to tell me that I called it, because I said Yum Yum can't be the only one, and I said it. I said there's no way Yum Yum is the only one. Right. So what did you guys think of both episodes? I mean, episode 5 was kind of like the hopeful one. It was kind of sweet. It was kind of hopeful, right?
The mom comes back. Yeah. Honestly, they've been doing things I wanted them to do so fast recently, which I guess makes sense.
They have to wrap it all up. So
right.
But I was like, oh my gosh, is the mom gonna come back? And the mom came back.
Yeah, I like that they are taking some common sense approaches. I mean, because last discussion, we were like, you know, they have that one left. Why don't they just go ahead and cure mom instead of, you know, just
reverse engineering it?
Yeah, or stomping on it so it can never be used again. You know, that kind of stuff.
And they did.
They cured mom.
I guess to be fair, I don't think they could do they said it. They can't do the vaccine without the mom anyway.
Right.
She's the scientist that figured it all out.
Right.
But also she's been fucking trapped in her own giant monkey mind for 13 years. So she's a little rusty because she hasn't been doing quadratic equations well.
Which is fair.
Yeah, totally.
It's a long time to not be.
13 years, bro. And the worst part about it was at the beginning of the episode, right? They showed her like she was aware of everything going on the whole time. And you see Emilia tell her, "Oh, I found your daughter, and she lives in a burrow, and I want you to go get her." And she's like, "No," and right, take care of her. And she's about to like stomp Emilia out, and she sprays her with the pheromones,
mind control mist.
And the crazy part about when she sprayed her is the monkey side of it obeyed, but Song inside of it was like, no, like, you know, it was, but she couldn't do anything, and I love that. I mean, I didn't love it, but I love that imagery of
you really get like her literal inner conflict and struggle that there's nothing she could do. So I don't know why when you said 13 years, Mystical had this song on one of his albums like from way back called 13 motherfucking years. Some of my head, I'm like, 13 motherfucking years.
Right. And so episode 5 for me was really great. I loved it. It was cute, you know, click.
My favorite part?
What?
That fucking killed me.
No, seriously. It's like what's great is Song can speak bees. Dubstep
Is that before or after?
I think it was after. I think it was after.
She said, no, honey, let me take care of this. You learn a few things as a giant mute.
Right?
Okay.
All this time.
Well, that shit fucking killed me.
But when she got on the scooter because she thought she was, you know, I think she wanted to impress Kipo because she'd been messing up, and
she technically has never seen her daughter.
Yeah, right. And like the time that she did get to spend with her daughter, she spent it as a giant monkey that couldn't even properly communicate. So
even when she like came out with the
the part that kind of killed me was when she was like, "Oh, I guess you can't hug my finger anymore." I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, come on.
That whole scene, like them curing her, and then her like hugging Kipo, and then when the light comes on, like her and Leo make eye contact, and then it's like, oh shit, my husband, who I also haven't seen in 13 years. And so then like they do the whole family embrace, and then it's like, I thought it was so sweet that Kipo was like, Wolf, get in here for this family hug, because now like she's just into this family.
I absolutely loved how seamlessly Wolf was included in everything, and it didn't feel awkward.
No, it didn't.
Like it was like she was a part of the family. Like there was no question.
Benson and Dave, though, hold on, you didn't invite us, but it's okay. We'll invite ourselves.
They're their own family, though. They're like the.
It's true, but also that's what family does. Like, I know for my family, it's not even a question. Like Thanksgiving, what time are we coming over? Like, are y'all doing anything for Thanksgiving?
No, it's just when we coming over.
What time are we coming over? Right. Let me tell you what I'm bringing, because there's no need for this. Waiting for you to include me. We already know what this is.
Right.
And Wolf probably doesn't get that.
No,
she doesn't, because I think someone said something about cake.
And that was my favorite line.
Yes.
When Kipo and Song are like, okay, on the count of 3,
what's your favorite
cake? And so they both say the same favorite cake. And then Leo was like, okay, Wolf, what's your favorite cake? And she's like, what's cake? I've never had cake. I don't know what cake is. I've never had cake.
I loved all the bonding with Wolf and the dad, because they were just, because they're definitely going to be the ones that bond more than with the mom. So, but I loved everything about Wolf just being a part of that family, and just even like when they did like family hugs, like after like the race, she just jumped in there and didn't even hesitate, and it's just, I'm so happy for Wolf.
She's like, she's got a new pack now.
Right.
That's not going to try to eat her.
And Margot's bitch ass is nothing.
All right, so the craziest part for me was when they got to the Dubstep Bees, and Kipo thought because her mom wasn't able to ride the scooter, she's like, oh no, let me jump in and do this. And she said the thing, she insulted the queen, and the queen like stung her, and she couldn't stop dancing. And Song is like, goes at first they Song is like, let's find out what you want to change my daughter back, and it's like, oh, we got to do this whole dance thing. And Wolf is like, oh, really? Like, it couldn't be anything else. Like, it had to be like a dance number.
Keem, were you wondering what the hell she did to insult her?
No, I was wondering if the Queen Bee was a nod to Beyonce.
Queen Bee. I mean, she's a dancer.
She came out with like the shoulder pads and stuff.
Exactly.
And like,
who run the world? Like, come on. Like Formation? Really? With the leather?
Just, like, wait a minute.
Like with the leather? I saw Formation. I saw the Super Bowl.
Her little
I see it now. I never watched that Super Bowl, so.
But no, it was great though. The Queen Bee.
But the dances. Was anyone else watching that? Like, these aren't good dances, but I guess it's a cartoon.
My favorite was at the end, like when the music stopped and they were still dancing.
Post cool.
No, Post cool was funny, but Song was trying to like do her own crumping thing.
And Leo tried to do a headstand. It was crazy. And the queen is like, nah.
Just saying it.
It was so bad, and I just thought it was like, okay, they're cartoons. It's not going to look that well because it's a cartoon. No, it was actually
it was just actually really bad. Terrible.
It was terrible. And then
Queen was like, nah.
Kipo thinking that she could phase into her giant jaguar to make it stop, but now she's just like a pop locking jaguar, fucking everything.
And then Song goes into this whole like, hey, listen, this is my daughter. I haven't seen her in so long. Like, I know you know what I'm talking about. You have kids too. Like, come on, look out from one mother to the other. And she said all of this in English. And then she was like, nah, bro, you have to. And she's like, "Oh yeah, hold on, I'm sorry." Yo, every time they went into a dubstep with the Bees, I cried because I'm like,
I was so happy.
Like, there's no way, and they sting Kipo back to normal, and she's like, "Oh wait, I'm back to normal now," and it was kind of cool. Like, it's like, "Oh my god, mom, you did it," and it was cool for me because for mom's confidence, she needed that.
That was a win. Yes, that was a real win.
She needed that.
So I'm just having this realization that Kipo jumping in, like as soon as the bees start, I feel like she thought they were speaking disrespectfully to her mom, so she jumped in and said something without even knowing what she was saying. Right. I feel like that's kind of the equivalent of when there's a language that we don't know and we try to do our own, like what it sounds like in our head.
Yes.
Like when people try to do, like when they're like, "Oh, I can speak Chinese," and then they do some fucked up whatever.
Right.
Yeah, and then you're just like, yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Wow, Bree.
And that's
what they do.
That's what they do.
I'm sorry.
And then with French, it's like oui.
I wasn't expecting you to go there. That's all it is. I just was like, oh, I'm not expecting that. It just came out.
I was skirting around it, but
they do that.
I know, but you're trying to like talk around it, and you just like, nope. This is what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. This is how we're gonna say it. But no, I get it. We've seen it a lot of times.
Any 70s movie.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, it was kind of cool. But it was also cool that the Bees were like, "Nah, you're not gonna disrespect me in my house. That's not what you're gonna do." But it was also cool that she got the Bees to join Hamufa. Yeah, Hamufa.
Yep.
And Hamufa is like growing now. Like it's a thing.
Everybody to join Hamufa. Like,
right.
Once they saw the two little what's her name, Margot, when her brother running.
Oh, are you? So are we moving to episode 6?
Sorry,
I mean, we can. I mean, because that's literally how it ends.
I mean, we can jump back and forth. Like, yeah, you missed the one thing that you fucking.
No, that happened. That happened. Didn't that? No, that happened.
No, that happened in the.
Yes. Oh, thank you very much, because I was like, there's no way I can miss this. Listen. When Kipo's like, "Oh my god, my mom is trying to come up with the formula, but like before she does, like let's build a wall." Of course, if we're gonna build a wall in Timbercat Forest, like we're gonna use all the timber, and what are we even protecting? Okay, well we'll find out what else do humans hate to build this wall. And somebody said
diversity. Everything they said was hilarious. They said clowns, other humans, diversity, public speaking.
Diversity threw me off. Like when I was like, no way did you just say this. I backed it up and I listened again, and so it was like I'm like, yo, this show is out of this world, because if that is where you go with that, that's amazing. But can we talk about for a second how Song is like the typical Asian mom? Like she she punished herself for not being able to get it right so bad.
And like in 30 minutes.
Right. You just you just became a human being. Like, calm down. But she was like, no, I have to get it. This. Right. I'm like, yo.
Well, plus, and then there's the extra added pressure of
not Kipo and Wolf sitting there
like sitting there, mom. I'm like come on. I have to do something.
Nah, but diversity is my big takeaway from the episode. I don't like. I was like, because as soon as I heard, I was like, yo, have you guys seen this already? Because there's something you can't miss, and I loved it. But yeah, episodes.
There was so much though that like you were, because when you're like you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, but there were so many like quotables and things that had me cracking up. Like
everything in that, everything they yelled out got me.
Like cake. I've never had cake. What is cake?
What is cake? Like seriously, clowns.
Jamak.
And they were talking about like no, it was the raccoon who was like, no, I don't want them to hit me with a spear, and then I become small. And Jamak was like, are you worried about your gains? You're not going to be able to talk. Like, you're worried about your
games. Listen, it's all about the games, man. It's all about the games.
And as I was watching that, I was like, that's going to be the part that hits Mo in the soft spot. Like the whole time when we're like, no, you can't do this to the mutes. But then when they're like, they're going to lose their games. And then Mo
was the games.
Like, oh my God.
It was, no, seriously. Label spoke to me at that point. I'm
officially, in both of these episodes were great though.
I am officially Zane. Okay, I'm Zane, and I'll tell you why I'm Zane because exactly I'm a changed man. Because at first I was like, you know what? What's the worst that could happen? You're like, oh my God, they're sentient. I'm like, they're still fucking animals. Like, but you know, now I get it. Mm-hmm. Right. I should change my name to Zane.
And then the other thing about episode 5, like once they were reunited as a family, and Leo says, we've got the rest of our lives to like catch up. And I was just like, oh, I feel like this is a moment of dread.
Right.
Because
something is gonna happen.
Don't say that.
I mean, anytime
yes.
Death flag.
I got this girl back at home that I'm gonna marry as soon as this war is over. Like, oh, he did.
Right.
Either he did or she cheating.
Right.
I would hate so much if Leo goes, but
if either of them.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully that's not the case. And it was just more, no, we don't have the rest of our lives because we have shit that we have to work on right now.
Also, when they changed her, they did not even wait for a response. They're like, hey, we got the cure. Bam.
Let's go. Yeah.
They really did. She was just like, hey, what's happening? Bam, you're cured. Like, didn't even ask for consent. They were just like,
no consent.
Yeah.
That killed me.
Can a mega monkey give consent?
Yeah, when they're sending it. She's definitely talked to them in other ways.
Right. Oh, I wonder what Scarleming, like, how is Scarleming gonna go? Like,
they never interact. I was wondering about that. That's his mom.
Maybe later on, because the war basically just
happens in the next episode. And the crazy part about it is now Margot and her brother are regular wolves. Are we sad?
No.
Okay.
Pretty apathetic about it. Like, I'm not like good, but also I wasn't like, oh no, just like
I don't care.
Okay.
Right. So
they get to be regular wolves for a bit.
Yeah.
Right. So Death Ivy is really strong.
Deadly.
And Emilia is
bitch.
Yes. Because she literally took that butterfly and threw it into Death Ivy and was like, it died to death. As somebody said. It was like, what's so wrong with Death Ivy? Well, if it touches you, you die to death.
Oh, yeah.
But the part about the episode where that I thought was kind of interesting was when they got to the goats, right? And what's his name? Dave was like, well, have you consulted with the cheese? Because you always consult with the cheese. They're like, oh yeah, we have to. And then they did, and it was like, Kipo, you're gonna have to like fight your people and Kipo being Kipo, obviously.
She still had the only time that she's ever going to be ready to fight is if somebody has legit fucked over her friends hard.
Right, but with
like
her,
Margot.
it's but with her, it's like, oh, you have to fuck up to the extreme before I do something, and we got that. It was also cool to see not Zane, Asher's parents. Asher.
No, was it whoever the sisters were.
Yeah.
Delilah or some shit.
Bruh, I don't remember their name. It's so crazy.
Yeah, it might be like Asher and Lila or something.
Right. It was cool to see their parents like kind of go from like, have this like heart. They were dealing with what they were doing, all the way through to when it happened.
Why didn't the kids just be like, "Hey, yo, I'm fine"?
Because the parents aren't listening. Like that's part of the thing is they have like this whole mob mentality. So even when they're like, no, they're our friends, and they've all been whipped up into this frenzy that you don't need to wear masks and COVID is a hoax. And so now no matter what anybody else says to them, they're just like, no.
Right. They had to see it happen. And it was kind of amazing that while their children were about to be saved, all they could do was shoot, darts at what's her face?
Lila? No. I think everyone's name is Lila.
The cat. Breathe the cats.
I think that was Molly.
Yeah. We're just making up names. That's what we're doing right here.
And her name is Molly now.
Right.
Molly sounds right, though.
Right, it does. But isn't that the one who Dave always hides her
her exes?
Right.
So she keeps killing him.
Right. And so, she jumps through and she saves them. And it's like, oh my God, look, they saved, you saved my kids. And she's like, yeah, we're good. Yeah. And then she talks to them and it's like, oh, I guess it's all good. And they drop their guns.
Yeah, but they had already started having inklings when they were trying to
all the way through, and they were like, "Are you sure this is kind of dangerous? Like she's like doing the most."
And just the allegory for current day, like when they're looking like, did you see how heartless she was when she changed back those two like wolf kids? Mm-hmm. That was fucked up. Like that was fucked up, right? Like yeah. I'm starting to wonder if she's really a decent person. But then everybody else around them is still, they're in so much of a frenzy.
Especially fucking Hogue, because
he is a man on a mission.
To be fair, I think he would have been the same, regardless. Hogue, he seems like a dick.
Yes, Hogue is definitely an
I hate his daughter.
Anti-mask person.
Yeah. I hate his daughter too for not like telling him.
Would he listen? Hogue is what's her name? There's this lady whose daughter hates her, and she works.
Oh yeah,
yes, that's Hogue, and that's his daughter, because it doesn't. No matter what, he's not gonna listen. Kellyanne is gung ho, 100% into this, and her daughter like absolutely hates her.
Like, are you seeing this? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that entire episode, but again, this is what I was gonna say. I was correct, because during the attack, when they
talk about the traps,
and Jamak absolutely loving.
Jamak was like totally gonna dig a hole and put a bunch of leaves on top and watch people fall in. Like,
I love it.
It was so great. I love like just how much happier he is.
He is
compared to when he was with the frogs.
Yeah,
right. Like he's just funny. Like, oh man, I'm gonna build so many fucking traps. Fuck yeah!
Oh man, let me get a net in there. This is gonna be great.
Net, you guys.
But
can we talk about?
He started off as a villain,
right?
And so he still kind of has some of these asshole villainous ways, but he's using them for good.
For good.
Like building
Scarlemagne.
Scarlemagne.
Are you sure? Look at his hands. He's like, oh, I'm sorry.
I love that. And you know what? He did not use any mind control.
No, he just scared the fuck out of everybody. I would have too. He just scared. He's like, miss me? Like, yo. When
the nice faces.
Kipo locked up. When Kipo locked up Emilia, right? I just knew. I was like, "There's no, like, no, it's not like this is not how it ends."
Why is that one girl so fucking strong?
I feel like she might be part mute and not know it.
That's what I was thinking.
Freakishly strong.
I mean, Zane was talking about his gains. And the fact that
Zane couldn't break out of the kitty, the litter box that he was in.
That's because he lost his gains.
But Greta came through and just ripped the fucking door off and
seriously took the door.
Now we know why she's around.
Yeah, especially that's why they keep her around. And isn't that what Emilia said? This is why I keep you around. Like,
I kept her around for something. Yeah, like this is it, because I pick stuff up and put it down. Like,
yeah, but can we talk about how Zane came through for Label and they were staring each other in the face and he's like, and she's, someone's like ready to shoot her, and he's like, oh no, my gains, I lost my gains, and that's why. Like, what?
My gains.
Because, like,
but everybody,
even if you're in, like, their whole interaction in the first and the second episode, like, she brings him fruit because that's healthy for you.
No. She brought him apples to keep the doctor away.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Emilia, the doctor.
Right.
That fucking got me.
The next, she brought him something, and he was like they're still yelling at each other. They're broed the fuck out. But bro, what did you put in this, bro? I put pepper in it. Oh, it gives me a kick on my teeth. Like, I like it. Like, they had formed this bond and this friendship. So now even he's like sitting here looking like, damn, well, I guess they're not that bad. They're actually, they could have just killed me.
They've done absolutely nothing to him, really, except for Mandu eating Cheetos.
Right.
And Mulholland, like, mind swiping him.
Would he have preferred torture?
It's a mind swipe. It's not the you're right. It's not the worst thing. It's, could be worse.
It could be worse.
But ultimately, Emilia comes in and she wreaks havoc in the village, and it wasn't Kipo went mega, and now Emilia knows. I think Song is going to figure out what she needs to reverse engineer the cure, or actually make her cure, because what Emilia is doing is uncuring them, whatever. And I think Kipo is going to be part of the cure, and I think Emilia is going to be she's probably going to use human DNA or her DNA to try to change Kipo, because if you can take away the mega from Kipo, that's how you win. We're 4 episodes away. A crap ton of mutes are like regular. Like, we lost a snake. Damn.
We lost one of the Funland rats.
Right. We lost a wolf. We lost a skunk. We lost a lot.
Yeah, which is sad.
The snake.
The snake was sad. The wolf was kind of sad because
everyone who got hit was trying to save someone else.
Right.
Yeah. And the wolf was like,
except for the rat.
Feel my
mind phased. Like that kind of hurt.
Simo.
Okay, I get it.
I thought one of the interesting things was when Kipo was talking to Bitch Face.
Emilia?
Yeah, and Emilia is like, no, like we're trying to make this place, we're trying to make above ground safe for all of us. And Kipo was like, the only dangerous thing up here is you.
Seriously.
Like, she's the only one, like, we need to take all of this back for ourselves. But like, if the rest of, Kipo's pod could see like all of these different species are working together. They are not having any problems. They're cool with the humans. They're helping humans. Like, this is totally a doable thing. But because they spent so much time living underground, and then not even just living underground, like now they're all on a boat, so they don't even get to see or interact. They're still very compartmentalized and insulated in their own ignorance, and they're just feeding off of each other.
Right.
Or how about the fact that Emilia is the one who destroyed the burrow in the first place? They all think it was Scarlemagne.
Yes, but it wasn't.
Second time it was.
But now Song can come through and be like, no, let's talk. Let me tell you about your girl Emilia.
So
real quick. They don't know Song.
But Song can say, I used to be a giant monkey.
Right.
Let me tell you about my life as a giant monkey.
And 2, there are some captured humans though, because Emilia and her people ran when Kipo mega, and they found out that they couldn't stop her because she used her DNA as the cure. So now the thing is, there are some captured humans. I think Hogue was captured.
Fuck that bitch.
Of course, the kids' parents were captured. I don't know who else, but
Okay, but the ones who got captured by Jamak.
Yes.
You guys, you got to smile.
Oh, those evil smiles.
Right. Nice faces. Happy faces. So that's going to be interesting seeing what happens next, because now I feel like they're going to have to tell them, hey, look, this is what's up. Like, you've just regressed the whole race of things. Like, these were sentient beings before. But also, are they going to tell us how this happened?
Whoa. Oh, you mean like the world?
Yeah, I need to know how.
In general.
I need to know, because it's going to keep, if they never tell us, it's going to bother me. I don't know about you.
I don't know if they will.
And
I don't know that I so much care. I would just
want
like
to know
everybody coexisting.
I want to know because I always want to know shit.
Yeah,
but
I've always.
But I don't think it would like destroy my like for the show.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't change like how I feel about the show, but it would be like, okay, this whole thing happened, and we just got here. We don't know how we got here. I'd like to know.
Yeah,
I'd like to know.
Also, can we talk about? I don't know if it's mutism or classism or whatever. Like when they lose Yumyan, they lose little kitty Yumyan, and so they form a search party to go try to figure out where he ran off to.
Fucking Dave and Benson.
And Dave and Benson are walking, and Benson accidentally steps on a bug, and Dave is like, "Did you just step on a bug? Oh my gosh." And so he's like, you know what? To get revenge, we're going to have to find a tiny human and step on them.
That's a baby.
Benson's like, it's a baby. I'm not going to step on a baby. And then I forget who walks
that bug
up.
was a baby.
Yeah, what if the bug was a baby? And so then other people walk up and they're like, any luck? And Dave is like,
we totally forgot.
I'm just fucking with Benson.
Right.
And he's like, ooh, look, a bug. And then Dave just like
it.
Just stomps the shit out of this bug. And so I'm just like, so it's not that all animal lives, they're like looking at all of them as being important. Like
all animal lives matter.
All animal lives matter. They're just like, no, just the talking ones.
Just the talking ones. That's it.
Watch me squash the fuck out of this bug.
Right. That was interesting. Or did Emilia? Oh. There was one more thing. The dragonflies had said they weren't going to cooperate with humans, and so they were staying out of it. And so of course they didn't have any ways to fly over the Death Ivy. Mm-hmm. But are they going to join the fight? Like it's so many other mutes out there, like the humming bombers. I didn't see them.
They joined. No, they joined. They came in and was like, they're on their way.
By the way, we're
joining.
We're just here. And then the skunks came and they're like, oh, we're just here, by the way, for now. And then once this is over, we're out.
We're going to do our own thing.
They should not have been there.
Right. They could have just wherever they were before they got there. But if I imagine they know that if that forest falls, that's it.
That's it for them.
Yeah. So they have to join that fight.
Okay. Did anyone think like how the hell did those crossbows shoot like 5,000 cures at a time?
Because she had them stacked.
They had them loaded.
It was a clip, man. She was like.
Also, how did she make more? I thought she only had 2.
Yeah, how did she make so much more so quickly without a lab? That was the question that was making me mad.
There was no lab and no more DNA.
Cartoon.
How were you mass producing? Fuck that.
Yeah,
I will not accept that as reasoning.
Are you questioning the kids' cartoon?
I am. Also, a question that I had that was probably not kids' cartoon friendly. So, after having not seen each other for
did they fuck
13 years,
wow.
And then like finally reuniting and her being a giant monkey, do you think when Leo and Song had some alone time together?
Here's my finger.
Wink, wink.
He could get right to that G spot.
It's true.
Poor Mo. He's too pure for this.
Wait, I'm the JD of this, okay? If Brianna, you get it, I am JD right now, so please don't mess up my mind. But yes. Anyways, wow. So moving forward,
Because they never have a chance to themselves during the working day. Like even when he looked and was like, "My wife is back," like it was a group hug. They didn't even get to like.
Because even after they got back from Dubstep, when Kipo and Mom were like, "Can I talk to you?" Mm-hmm. He and Wolf walked away. He never gets alone time with Mom because even when Mom was trying to come perform you, like Kipo and Wolf were right there.
Right there.
But moving forward, I'm expecting the show to at least do one more flashback scene of how things happened. If not, if it happens, if it doesn't happen.
Do you think we'll get some backstory on Emilia?
I don't care.
Is a mute gonna like kill her family or some shit? Is she gonna be there when it started? Like
I don't care about that. All I want to see is Song come out of nowhere and just
kill
her.
Just with the back of the hand, slap the shit out of her.
Right. It'll probably be
and turn her into a mute.
Right. Ooh, that would be so good. That has to be her end. That has to be her end.
But then, like, her inner mute DNA would be like Slug. So she just...
Do you think Scarlet Mane is gonna jump in to save either Song or Kipo, and in that he regresses himself?
I think he would save Kipo. I don't think he would save Song unless they're gonna have some kind of touching heart to heart in these next 4 episodes.
You know, technically, Song never abandoned Hugo, though.
She never did.
She hasn't done shit to Hugo.
Yeah.
And Hugo took her over. Well, actually, no. Didn't she convince him? No. There's pheromone.
Yeah.
There's pheromone.
But anyway, so I'm interested in seeing what the rest of this goes. I can't wait. I know you guys can't wait either. So, thank you for coming to do this. Thank you for taking the time, Bree. Thank you for we have two more of these to go. 2 more weeks before we get to the end. Till then, I hope we get Yum Yum back, because it'd be like, she was like, his story will never end. The legend of Yum Yum will never end. It was kind of cool.
But then he was like taking a nap through it, and they were like, Yum Yum never fall asleep with someone singing his praises.
Right, and it's so amazing that even when Yum Yum is not Yum Yum, it's like they still have so much reverence and respect for him that he still gets to have that chair in the middle of the Great Hall.
Yeah, and he's still, I mean, like the way he was like,
yes, he's still Yum Yum.
The box scene.
Yeah,
still Yum Yum, just catting.
Yum Yum owns this box.
Right. Again, thank you for watching. We will catch you on the next episode.